when you get back.
Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Two of the NFL's final unbeatens putting their records on the line against each other as we're underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. Forced out to his right.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3 now.
19 tight, 19 tight. Come on, set. Set, go.
From the 37. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Set. Go.
Ritter. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Set. Get up.
Ritter looking to throw. State pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready.
Throwing here, Ritter. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That's taken at the 15. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That one's marked as a 38-yard punt. And the Titans will have plenty of work to do on their next drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And this time, they won't surrender anything. They wrap him up at the line. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
There we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Diamond. Like 49. Like 49. Set hut.
They'll go Levis. That's caught beyond the marker. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Like 13.
Levis now off the play fake. And that one's incomplete.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
0. 54 Rita. Set hut. 20 Rita. Hey, 24 Linda. Set hut. Green 18. Set hut.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. Taken in by Williams outright. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Hey, Mike 13. Mike 13.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Short. Hand up. Out. 22 Linda. 22 Linda.
Levis here on 1st down. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jack Jones making that tackle.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Mike
2nd down now, 7 to go.
22 Rita.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Zero's down, 90 down, 49 Rita. Set hut.
3rd and short yardage, Levis. complete beyond the marker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Mike 46! Mike 46!
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
Hey, mayday!
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
20 Rita!
From the gun, Levis. Escapes the... And he'll score! Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans get the game's first points here in the second. Will Levis with the touchdown. Now the PAT try coming up. Boy, was it close, but the point after does go through. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action here. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate. It just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back. Nowhere to go but for a sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Finds his man over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Throw on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Titans will get set to take over. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Mike 18, green. Or 54, Mike 54. Hand up. On. Sit hut.
Shotgun now for Levis. This is reeled in by Pittman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one hits for 30. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
On, Mike 0. Mike 0.
On the play fake, it's Levis. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
29's down, 22 Rita. Destroy. 0's down, 90's down, 49 Rita. Sit hut.
To throw again on second down, Levis. He's on the move. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a pickup of 11. And the Titans will have a first down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Titans trying to add to their lead. First down, ball at the 36.
Tracy. Sit hut. Mike 24.
Williams coming in motion right. Throwing now on first down, Levis. On the move, headed right. Catch made over the middle. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1.
Diamond.
Levis throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Offense set for a first and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He finds Chigakonkwo for the grab.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
In a good spot here, second and inches.
Mike 54.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
54 Rita. Sit hut.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. One last play before the break.
20 Rita.
Free play here. Let's see what he does. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. It looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap.
Hey, come on. Here.
Running it after the penalty. Gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans will extend their lead as time expires in the half. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Camarda on to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Right 54.
Back to the well again. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and long.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
3rd and long, here's Levis. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
He manages 13 on this punt return. And it'll be Raider football. First down, ball at the 36.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready?
They'll run here from the gun. He cuts it to the right sideline. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Set up. Set go.
Back to throw now, it's Ritter. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big gain. That's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
2nd and 10 now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Set up.
Ritter looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
49, Mike 49.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Man, look at the big fellas working their tails off up front. That offensive line gave the QB ample time. Unfortunately, just no completion to be found down the field.
40 Rita.
Throwing his Levis on 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Here we go.
They'll go Levis. He fires one deep down the middle. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Back now, pressure on its way. And the Titans rush brings him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Trying again following the sack. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Now Ritter. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. New series coming up following the punt. Man, it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Mike 49.
Here's the handoff. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Mike 0. 22 Linda, 22 Linda. 49's down, 22 Rita. Detroit. 0's down, 90's down, 49 Rita. Set hut.
Levis from the shotgun. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Like 13.
On 1st down, they'll run. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Mike 49.
Looking right, and he finds him. And not much doing, he stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Pickup of 3 on the carry. That's going to bring up 4th and 2. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Like 46, like 46.
Levis to the air now. He connects downfield on 4th. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Forget that it was 4th down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, man, you appreciate great safety play like that.
That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Okonkwo brings it in. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they could block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Broke through the... and they... line, touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans have likely locked up the win right there. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans push their lead to 18. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set. 19 Lion. Trap 60, trap 60. Cup 19, cup 19. Warrior 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
Ritter. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Trying for the deep ball. Oh, it's an interception. And the Titans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
On, Mike.
Another carry for him. Across midfield to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today...
Oh, he lost the football. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. 4 yards does get him back to even, partner, but they're left with 3rd and 10 now.
Ready? Buffalo 18. Go.
Ritter setting up to throw. He's got... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. They need a lot here, but still going for it on 4th and 15.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go. Get up.
Here's Ritter. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Only 1 yard that time, partner, so this is going to bring up 4th down and 5. And this isn't going to do it. The kick is no good. And looking at the scoreboard, Brock, I think they can weather the miss there.
Ready?
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Let's go now. Ready?
Ritter to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So it's a win on the road for the Titans. And it was a maestro of a performance defensively, limiting them to only one field goal. Playing shutdown football like that, Brock, it is no surprise they came away with the win. And I think you'd agree, we see some more lockdown football in their future. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Titans are your winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.